But on this Thursday morning, we're going to begin with the race for the White House, just 33 days until the final votes. And the campaign trail consumed by fallout from that chaotic debate, which drew 73 million viewers. Commission on Presidential Debates is now promising new rules to maintain order next time. But the president's team is already balking. Senior national correspondent Terry Moran is in Washington with the latest. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, George. There may not be another debate, which could come as good news to many Americans. For 30 years, the Commission on Presidential Debates, which is a bipartisan group, has managed to run this show pretty smoothly. All that ended this weekend. They are going back to the drawing board. More on that in a minute. The fallout continues. President Trump is declaring victory publicly and privately, but many top Republicans are stunned and dismayed at his inability to plainly and simply denounce an American fascist group.
The president's debate performance has sparked a torrent of criticism that even his most ardent allies have struggled to contain. And Republicans on Capitol Hill are now distancing themselves from the president after he failed to disavow a far-right fascist group, the Proud Boys, saying this instead.
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
The Senate's only black Republican, Tim Scott of South Carolina, calling on Trump to explain himself.
I think he misspoke. I think he should correct it. If he doesn't correct it, I guess he didn't misspeak.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell stopping short of directly calling the president out, but clearly siding with Scott.
He said it was unacceptable not to condemn white supremacists. And so I do so in the strongest possible way.
Trump tried to walk back his comments, claiming ignorance, even though the Proud Boys were clearly described to him as white supremacists during the debate.
I don't know who the Proud Boys are. I mean, you'll have to give me a definition because I really don't know who they are. I can only say they have to stand down, let law enforcement do their work.
But when Arkira Phillips pressed the president, he still failed to denounce the group.
White supremacists, they clearly love you and support you. Do you welcome that?
I want law and order to be a very important part. It's a very important part of my campaign.
But do you denounce them? Do you denounce
I've always denounced any form
of white supremacy?
Any form of any of that, you have to denounce.
At a campaign stop in Ohio, Joe Biden issued a clear condemnation.
My message to the Proud Boys and every other white supremacist group is cease and desist. That's not who we are. This is not who we are as Americans.
In the wake of the bedlam and rancor that dominated the stage in Cleveland,
There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen,
many are questioning if the first presidential debate of the year will also be the last. The moderator, Chris Wallace, struggled to control the chaos throughout the night.
Gentlemen, I hate to raise my voice, sir. It's just
wrong
yeah, I understand. You've agreed to the 2 minutes, so please let him have it.
He's now telling the New York Times the debate was a terrible missed opportunity and saying, I'm just disappointed with the results for me, but much more importantly, I'm disappointed for the country because it could have been a much more useful evening than it turned out to be. The Commission on Presidential Debates is now promising it will change the format of upcoming face-offs to ensure a more orderly discussion of the issues.
Polls show there was no clear winner in this debate. Both sides thought their guy won, but for the Biden campaign, it was a fundraising winner. They raised almost $32 million in the 24 hours after that debate ended.
And Terry, we know the commission is now saying they're going to come up with new rules or new ways to enforce the rules. Do we have any idea what exactly they're thinking about and whether the candidates will accept it?
Well, the one thing that they're talking about is giving the moderator a switch to cut off the mic of a candidate who consistently interrupts or violates the rules otherwise. They are also talking about other ways of getting this thing under control. But the Trump campaign has already said they don't want any changes to the rules. The next debate scheduled for October the 15th. In this one, the Washington Post looked at the 90 interruptions in this debate. 71 of them were by President Trump. So it's going to be hard to change the debate if that's the way he wants to do it. George?
Terry Moran, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.